Good morning. As you can see, we're late to the party. For Iracing's issues in the week and having to work, this is really the first proper chance I've got to actually get on the simulator. So we're going to go and check this weather out, this rain. Got me coffee. Other coffees are available. And we shall go in and have a look and see what we can do. See what it's all about. So we're going to go into test drive right now and just go in the GT3s. I think we'll go in the Porsche. Maybe. Okay, and we will go to... Should we go Spa? Oh yeah, we'll go Spa. We'll test drive at Spa. Test drive. Oh, not sure. Oh, we've got static. Oh yeah, we've got wet track. We're all good. It is set. So, we've done a couple of sighting laps. Like literally, as I've got home, managed to get like 2 or 3 laps just to actually have a look. But this will be the first time to actually try it out and really try and get a feel for it. So, what have we got? I don't know. Oh, baseline wet. So we've got wet setup on. And off we go. Masses of understeer into oversteer. Can't get on the power at all. It just understeers. Trying to avoid the puddles. Understeer. Weirdly, the grass seems to have more grip than you'd really expect. We should have spun into the wall there, to be fair. Curbs are slippery as. That's really weird how on that particular corner through Eau Rouge there, the water seems to be sitting higher than where the lowest point is. But visually looks really nice. It definitely gives you a feel of massive understeer when you hit big puddles, but it does also let you drift it. Which is weird for our racing, because I find in the dry you can't really drift, but yet in the wet the slip angle appears to be there. I'm not really sure what that's about. Maybe they'll update the dry. Obviously we're only doing a test session just to try and really understand what's going on with it, so we're not trying to push too hard, even though me just driving is pushing, to be fair, but yeah, it would definitely allow you to drift. Oh. The curbs are massively deadly. Excuse me. Going for the slide through there, which apparently is faster. So clearly you just got to drift it everywhere to be fast. And at the minute, brake markers are not too dissimilar to in the dry, which I would have thought that would have changed quite a bit. Even though we are obviously going slower, I guess. Want to be on there, son. And we're so sensitive in the fast corners. Slide in. She wants to kill you coming out the corners. Get aggressive on the throttle. But yeah, I did watch a video the other night that said they thought there'd be more rain sort of coming onto the window, which you would think, but it gives you the feeling there's water about at least, although there's definitely more on the track than on the car. Say about trying to drive the wide lines, the off racing line, the wet line as you like to call it. Definitely snatches the car when you hit the big puddles. Now, my concern really for this is only in your daily lobbies, in your online races. That obviously, even in the dry, people decide to flash their egos about. I can only see that getting worse in the rain, when we all think we're Michael Schumacher or Hamilton in wet circumstances. But only time will tell really on that one as to how people actually decide to drive it, and whether it will be user friendly for newer people and those that don't have that much time. I always find the same with GT7 really, when that gave rain in daily races, that those that have the time to play it, they're absolutely fine with it, but those that are really time limited, it can be a bit of an issue, because it takes so long to get used to and learn it. So again, it is, but I guess it's the same for all. There's always an advantage if you can get in the sim more. You'll always have an advantage over those that don't. But in wet and changeable conditions, that just seems to make that gap so much bigger. Where those that can will, and those that can't then just start avoiding. Because there's fun in racing, don't get me wrong, but there's also fun in being competitive, or trying to be the competitive at your level. And when you're not even competitive at your own level, let alone at the esports and top levels, then obviously I think that can start demotivating you. And time in the sim is the biggest factor in that. But like I say, time will tell. As a feeling in the wet, it feels really nice. The car is massively stable, and you can drift and cross it up and play with it, which is really nice. Just really find that weird how it's not the case actually in the drive with iRacing, that you have to drive it like your grandma going shopping, but in the wet your grandma would not be driving like you can these. You can really sort of flick them about, and especially like I say in the GT3s they do stick, apart from there as he says it goes off. But again, the grass just seems to have so much more grip than what you would expect on a wet day. Wet grass, surely you don't control the car, it would just go. And I know my car reactions are not that good, so, and especially when you consider how slidey it is on the curbs like there. And yet yeah, I think the grass has got a little too much grip, guys, a little bit too much. And yet the curbs are like ice. Oh my word, we'd have died in the dry there. How the hell that held on, I don't know. That'll definitely be a brown trouser moment in an actual race. And I know we're not pushing, but the car is, and I know we've got a lot of traction control on, but the car is super stable. It should give you an ability to at least race the things. And have some fun. Sim racing is about having fun at the end of the day. Something I think there's a few of us that really struggle, not with the fun side but the competitive side of it, that seems to drain the fun out of it, and the certain attitudes of certain people within the game can make it really quite difficult to enjoy. But the game itself, good. Hopefully they'll bring the AI up a bit more to where you can actually just set it and run it. I find with the AI in iRacing that actually one race they'll be bonkers fast and another one they'll be bonkersly off the pace. Seems to be no middle ground. But you've got to say, it actually feels alright. I'm still confused by why the water is standing halfway up the circuit. And the grass doesn't really pull you like you would think it would. That braking on it pushed me back onto the track, so maybe that's a safety net they've put in for us amateurs. Maybe they'll actually bring a drift series in. Who knows? That would be cool. Do some drifting. And I've got to say also, I don't see too much of a difference in FPS. You always expect rain to really hit your frames, but it seems to run okay. Obviously we're not on a grid with a mass of cars, and we will try that in a minute. We'll do a little test run here in the GT3s and see what it's like. Well, there you go, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that little look at iRacing's wet weather. It's definitely good. It's a good step forward for the game, for the sim, should I say, before I get shot. My only concern is for the online side and how that will really sort of work out and play out for those that are a bit more time limited. But fingers crossed, we all take it forward and we all play it for what it is and respect that. And respect each other on the track. That would just be amazing.